Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to our first class. I don't know if you can hear me and see me, so please tell me, can you listen to me? Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, hello. Your name is Brian, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you, Brian. Let me see, how many people do we have here right now? Apparently, we have 16 people. But anyway, it's a good moment to start. So first, let me introduce myself, although we have already spoken via WhatsApp and via email. But anyway, my name is Antonio Gonzalez. I've been an English teacher for several years now. I have a master's degree in English. I studied basically on my own since I was little, and during high school I always liked English, and then I studied a master's degree at the University of Cuenca. So that's a little bit about myself, right? Now, probably you have some questions about this course and how it's going to be managed. Well, as you all know, we are going through a very difficult situation, not just in the country, but around the world. Fortunately, we have the advantage of technology, which is something that not everybody has, you know. Not everybody has access to the technology that we do, but fortunately, at least we do. So we are able to continue with classes even though we are supposed to stay at home, right? Maybe you have some questions about the book and how we are going to use it. Well, the book is available for you to buy. Probably you received an email from the university, right? Probablemente recibieron un correo de la universidad hablando del libro.
Yes.
Yes, probably you did, right? I mean, it was supposed to be sent to you, and you should have gotten it. Debieron haberlo recibido. In case you haven't read it, please check your emails. And so it's useful to have the book already. It would be useful to already have the book. Sería útil que tengan el libro, pero dada la situación, obviamente, que por la que estamos pasando, given the situation that we are going through, not just because of having to stay at home in order to avoid spreading the disease, but also because of economical reasons, because I know a lot of people is going through difficult times. I won't demand the use of the book from you, at least for a while. Let's see how things go, but at least for a while, I will not demand you to have the book, okay? However, the book does grant you access to the Cambridge platform. El libro sí les da acceso a la plataforma de Cambridge, entonces quienes no lo tengan por algún tiempo no van a poder tener acceso a la plataforma. But don't worry. I will provide materials and I will design the classes so that it will not be indispensable for a moment, okay? Yo les proveeré de materiales y de la información necesaria de modo que no sea del todo indispensable, al menos durante los primeros tiempos. Right? Is that okay? Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. Now, before we start with the class, I want to ask you a question. How is the audio? Can you listen to me clearly?
So.
What is the problem? Is it the volume or is it getting cut? ¿El problema estará en el volumen o es que se está cortando un poco?
It's getting cut.
It's getting cut. All right. That is, unfortunately, that is an internet problem, right? But I'm gonna help you with the class. I'm gonna also type some text so that you can understand a little bit better what I am saying, okay? Now, before we continue, of course, this is an intermediate 3 class, so I'm going to try to speak in English as much as possible, okay? but sometimes you feel a little bit scared. Not all of you, but some of you do. A veces el profesor entra a la primera clase y está hablando solo en inglés y ustedes piensan, ya se fregó, no entiendo nada o cosas así. No, no digo que sea el caso de todos, por supuesto, pero claro, cada quien tiene sus distintas fortalezas. Hay quienes son mejores para la lectura, hay quienes son un poco mejores para listening y pueden entender con más facilidad lo que se dice. Hay quienes, aunque su listening no sea tan bueno, pero tienen muy buena pronunciación y fluidez y pueden hablar en forma bastante fluida, precisamente, valga la redundancia. Entonces, hay distintas fortalezas, pero no se asusten demasiado de que esté hablando en inglés. Me voy a asegurar de que la información más clave, la información más importante, quede 100% clara, ¿no es cierto? Además de las clases de Zoom, también hacemos uso del correo y del WhatsApp, entonces todo eso va a facilitar que no tengamos mayores problemas. Sin embargo, claro, al ser una clase de inglés, pues y sobre todo de intermedio 3, sí voy a procurar que la mayor parte sea en inglés. Right? Is that okay? Okay. So, before we continue, I would like you to participate a little bit, all right? Let's begin with something. We are studying English. We are in the intermediate 3 level, but why do you think English is important? So let me ask you this question, right? Why do you think it is important to learn English? Can you see this screen? ¿Pueden ver esta pantalla? Can you see this screen?
Yes.
All right, very good. So keep this question in mind. Why do you think it is important to learn English? What are some of your ideas? You can tell me. Don't be scared to speak. No tengan miedo de hablar. Justamente la idea de tener las clases por Zoom y no solamente mandarles videos o cosas por el estilo es que ustedes también puedan participar e interactuar. So think about it for a moment, okay? So why do you think it is important to learn English? Because, you know, in every, not just at UDA, but in every university, they ask of you to learn English, right? So why do you think it is important to learn English? Don't forget to turn on your microphones so that I can hear you, okay? No se olviden de encender sus micrófonos en el iconito para poder escucharles, ¿sí? De antemano les digo, habrán casos en los que yo silencie los micrófonos porque a veces puede volverse muy caótico, ¿no es cierto? ¿Sí? Entonces, a veces para dar ciertas partes de la clase, silenciaré los micrófonos y luego los abro para preguntas y para interactuar. Pero en este momento están abiertos. Entonces, I ask you this question, okay? So, why do you think it is important to learn English? Tell me, any idea that you have?
Because it's the first language in the world.
Yes, that's right. That is absolutely true. Nowadays, because of the way the world has evolved in the last 2 centuries and also this century. Yes, sorry, Brian? Brian, I can't hear you. Would you turn on your microphone? Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
And I think to learning English is very important because it's the main language in the world.
Yeah, that's right. It's the main language. That is a proper term. Correct. It is the first or the main language in the world, as you guys say, right? I'm sorry, what is the name of the girl that spoke before? ¿Cuál es el nombre de la chica que habló hace un momento?
Emilia.
Emilia. Nice to meet you, Emilia. So, like Emilia and like Brian say, English is in many instances the main language in the world. Does everybody know what is the meaning of main? It means principal, right? So it's the main language in the world. Why? Because, you know, for communication, everywhere you go, people can understand you if you speak in English, of course, right? Now, what are some other reasons? Some other reasons. Tell me.
Learning English is important to get better job opportunities.
That's right. So job opportunities. That's a great thing. Stephanie, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you, Stephanie. So job opportunities, yeah, that's right. That is a very important aspect of learning English. You know, I've worked as a private tutor for many years as well, not just in the university, but I've also taught private classes of English, and a lot of people have asked me, Antonio, por favor, dame unas clases de inglés que estoy necesitando para el trabajo, para esto, para el otro. So even when you have a job, you need English, right? And in lots of jobs, they're going to ask you to know it, right? So yeah, it opens up a lot of job opportunities, right? You know, it used to be said that knowing English was a big advantage. Do you know what is the meaning of advantage? The word advantage?
Ventajas.
Yes, that's right. So knowing English used to be an advantage, a very big advantage over people. But nowadays, not knowing English is a disadvantage, right? En algún punto saber inglés era una ventaja sobre quienes no lo sabían, ¿no es cierto? Pero hoy por hoy casi diríamos que más bien es una desventaja no saberlo, ¿no es cierto? Right? Because it grows in demand. Cada vez es una exigencia más fundamental, right? So yeah, that's right. Very good. Job opportunities. That's a very good reason for learning English. Anything else? What else can you tell me? Don't be afraid to talk.
For me, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. For me, learning English can help you meet new people.
Yeah, why not? Exactly. So, personal relations, meeting new people. Exactly, because it open or cultural possibilities, right? All of that. If you know English, you can speak with people from all around the world and meet new people, meet people from other cultures, and that's also going to enrich your life in many ways, right? Yes, very good, very good. Was that, who was that? Sorry, who said that? Emilia?
Talia.
Oh, okay. All right, very good. Nice to meet you too. Okay, good, good. Any other reasons? What about you, Mateo? What do you think?
Me?
Yes. Yes, please turn on your microphone, okay?
For me, it's an advantage because I have more access to other people in the world. Because if I only speak Spanish in many places and people didn't speak this language,
Yes, exactly.
I have more control of this situation if I speak another language.
That's right. Very good. Yes. Thank you very much, Mateo. Correct. Correct. Which goes in relation to what we said before, right? It's the main language in the world, so of course you're going to be able to speak with a lot more people and communicate with a lot more people in different situations if you know the language, right? And also the same, right? Personal relations, meeting new people. So yeah, that's right. Thank you, Mateo. Okay. What about you, Samantha? What do you think? Don't forget to turn on your microphone, Samantha. Okay.
I think to go to other places and study, to learn that language in other places.
Okay, good. So, yeah, that's right. Traveling is an important factor, right? if you want to go to not just the United States or England or the English-speaking countries, I mean the countries where English is the first language, but you know, if you want to go pretty much everywhere in the world, you're not always going to find people who speak Spanish, but usually there's going to be some people who speak English, right? Even in China, incluso en China, although maybe you don't want to go there. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Samantha. That was good. And you also mentioned studies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So that is also a very important aspect. Anybody else?
Mm.
I think English is important because the most of our business activities are in English.
That's right. Okay. So business, commercial, yes, relations, right? So exactly, right? If you're going to be dealing with any kind of business, of enterprises, if you're going to be speaking with people from other companies around the world, yes, most of the things are done in English, right? And it closes a lot of possibilities if you don't know it. Cierra muchas posibilidades comerciales y de negocios si es que no saben inglés, pues, ¿no es cierto? Si es que no pueden estar en contacto con las personas que lo hablan y por ende hacer negocios con ellos. That's right. Good. Yes. Very good, Brian. That's right. What about you, Sophia? Would you turn on your audio?
Okay. Mm, mm, I think that learning English is important because I don't know, in my personal opinion, I need to learn English because I study initial education, and it's important to know for
Maybe you want to teach the children that are going to be your students some English as well, right?
Yes, I think so.
That's right. So yeah, that's an interesting aspect of it also, to pass it on to other people, right? Yeah, interesting. Yes, thank you very much, Sophia. Thank you very much, Sophia. What about you, Diego Jose? Would you turn on your microphone?
Teacher, how are you?
Hello, Diego. How are you?
Maybe there are too much reason to think that English is important because they works in the maybe in the social relationships, maybe in other cases that we have to make ideas to express us. I don't know.
Right. Yes, correct. That's right. So yes, exactly. So going back to this, right? Communication, meeting people, speaking to people from everybody around the world. That's right. So yeah, those are some very good answers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Diego. So now, I ask you a question. Is anybody thinking about studying a master's degree after you finish university? Maybe a PhD? ¿Alguien tiene la idea de estudiar una maestría después de que terminen la universidad ahora?
Yes.
Yes, probably you do, right? Probably many of you do now. And even if you don't do now, maybe many of you will start thinking about it after you graduate, right? Because, you know, nowadays it helps a lot to have a master's degree, to have a specialization of some sort, maybe even to become a PhD in some specific academic field, right? So, let me ask you a question. would you like to study in a different country?
Yes.
Yes, probably, yeah. Maybe some of you are going to apply for a scholarship. Do you know what is the meaning of this word? Do you know the meaning of this word? Scholarship?
Beca, es una beca.
Exactly, that's right, una beca. So, maybe some of you are going to be applying for a scholarship and you want to study in a different country. Maybe some of you want to go study in Europe, right? So, in that case, you're going to need to master English. You're going to need to know it really, really well at an academic level if you want to study in a different country. For example, there are lots of master's degrees that are being offered in Belgium, in the Netherlands, in Belgica, in Holanda, in Germany. Many of these are offered, and the classes are not in the native tongue of these countries, but they are in English, right? So if you want to study in a different country, you're going to need to know English very well, right? But let's suppose you want to stay here and study your master's degree here in Ecuador. Or maybe you want to go to Spain, maybe you want to go to Argentina, maybe you want to study a master's degree that is in your own native language, in Spanish, right? Digamos que quieren estudiar una maestría, pero en español mismo, en alguno de estos países, ¿no es cierto? Even then, you have to take a test, a proficiency test, a proficiency English test, because an English proficiency test, I mean, because if you don't know English, you're not going to be able to read. And a lot of the academic material, the state-of-the-art articles and everything, the most recent and valuable information comes in English, right? A nivel de pregrado se maneja mucho el tema de libros de texto y todo, ¿no es cierto? Pero en los posgrados suele manejarse muchísimos trabajos de investigación. Se estudian directamente piezas de investigación de distintas partes del mundo, trabajos de investigación que, si es que son verdaderamente buenos, sean de donde sean, pues van a ser traducidos al inglés, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, incluso si la maestría que estudien es en español, van a tener que rendir un examen de suficiencia de inglés en muchísimos casos, ya que la información impresa, la información escrita que van a tener que leer y que investigar suele estar en inglés, right? And also keep that in mind. So for your studies, it's going to be very, very important, right? Very important in that regard. All right, very good, very good. Any other idea? ¿Alguna otra idea por ahí? Nothing else? Okay, so let's move on to something else, all right? Let's move on to something else. Here's what I'd like you to do, okay? Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to introduce yourselves a little bit, okay? So please turn on your microphones. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves. So please, let's do this. Something very simple, just to get started, okay? Not a difficult question at all right? The dog is already introducing himself around there. All right, so just tell me something like this. In my case, I would say, you know, what I said before, I'm Antonio Gonzalez. I study, tell me what you study. Tell me your major. Si hay unos suspiros fuertes por ahí. Right? Tell me what is your major, okay? So for example, I don't know, I study graphic design, whatever, right? Whatever it is you study. And speak a little bit about yourselves. Tell me something that you enjoy doing, something you like. For example, I could say, I love listening to rock and metal music. In my case, that is my case. But tell me, or I love doing sports, anything like that, okay? So let's introduce ourselves a little bit. Very simple, so we can get to know each other a little bit better, okay? Please do. Who would like to go first? Okay, think about it for a second. All right, so let's see. What about you, Brian? Could you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Brian Guerra. I study administration. I work too. I like to rock music metal too.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My favorite band music is Green Day.
Okay, very good, very good. So Green Day. And what other bands do you like?
Aerosmith.
Okay, nice. All right.
Maybe Metallica.
Okay, good, good. What's your favorite, I don't know, what's your favorite Metallica song?
My favorite Metallica song is, I don't know.
There's so many, right?
Maybe so many music.
Yeah, sure. I get it. And you also work, right, Brian?
Yeah, I also work.
And what is your job?
I'm the administrator in a food local.
Okay, good, nice, nice. Very good, very good. Good for you. Thank you very much, Brian. It's nice to meet you. All right, very good. What about you, Samantha?
Yeah. I am Samantha Rodas. I study initial education. I love to work with kids. I was working in a kindergarten, and I like to, I don't know, I like to watch videos and yeah.
Okay, very good.
Watch movies.
Nice. What kind of movies do you like?
I like the action movies.
Oh, good, good. Would you give me an example of movies that you like?
Like adventure and.
All right, good.
Like
nice, nice, nice. Do you like, I don't know, do you like the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do? All 9? ¿Cuántas son? 9? No estoy seguro. Right.
Not only the 7th, I think.
Okay.
7.
Okay, good, good. All right. Thank you very much, Samantha. And you work with children, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be working with children. Nice. So you like children?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, nice, nice. Very good. And what do you think is the best thing about working with children?
I don't know. I think the people think that we only play and teach the colors and the numbers, but it's not the. I don't know how to say. No es la realidad.
It's not. That's not the fact.
We have to know the process of del crecimiento.
The process of growth. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to stimulate the kids, and it's not only teach the numbers, the colors, it's more to learn the process of the cycles of the I don't know how to say
of
this,
their growth, maybe of their development.
Yeah, of their development and yeah.
Nice. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's you really have to know a lot, right? Like the children's psychology and everything, right? It's sure. And it's gotta be very challenging as well. Tiene que ser un reto grande también, right?
Yeah, it's very difficult because we have to know all the pathologies, the problems, I don't know how to say trastornos.
Yeah, there's it depends, but one could be the deviations, or it could be the diseases. It depends on the case, right? It depends on the case. Okay. Thank you very much, Samantha. That was very good. Now, what about you? Andres? Would you introduce yourself? And don't forget, guys, to turn on your microphones, okay? Or anybody who wants to speak. Yes, what about you, Tanya?
Hi, teacher.
Okay.
I am Daniel Tobar. I study law, and I like to maybe listen old music to to sleep all day. But in these days, I hate that. Maybe what else? I don't know.
Okay, good. So you like to listen all types of music?
Yes.
And do you have a favorite kind of music?
No, I don't have.
Not really. So you like everything.
Yes.
And do you like dancing as well?
Maybe. Bachata, a little bit.
A little bit. All right, good, good. Thank you very much, Daniel. And you study law, right?
Yes.
Does everybody know the meaning of law? Los demás saben. Yes, exactly, that's right. Literalmente sería ley, ¿no? Pero así le decimos a derecho a la carrera. That's right, very good. Very good. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you.
Yes, Sophia, would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Hi, teacher. My name is Sofia Vasquez. I study initial education too. I work too in a preschooler. I love, I don't know, playing with kids.
Nice.
Have time with them. And I love reading scientific articles.
Interesting. Nice.
About kids and development of kids.
Nice. Yes, yes, the development of kids. So you're really into your vocation, right?
Sorry, I can.
Yeah, sure. That you are really sure that you are really into your vocation, right? Because what you do, I mean, what you like to do for work and also for entertainment is also what you do for studying, right? So it's all about the kids.
Yes.
Nice. Very good, very good. And I don't know, do you like watching movies?
Sure.
Sure. And what kind of movies do you like?
I like action movies.
Action movies
and
as well.
romantic movies.
Okay, good. Right, good. Las chicas que trabajan con niños les gustan las películas de acción, tenemos eso de patrón. Nice, good. Very good. And would you tell me, do you have a favorite movie or some movies that you like?
A favorite movie? Okay. I like a romantic movie called The Notebook.
Oh, The Notebook.
Yes.
Right. Yeah,
an action movie is Avengers.
Oh, The Avengers, nice.
Movie.
So you like superhero movies? Nice. Yeah, me too. Nice, good. And who's your favorite Avenger?
I don't know. I think so. I think is Captain America.
Captain America. Okay, good. Very good. Yeah, he's a good one. I think mine is Thor. Or maybe Iron Man, but good. Good. So you're team captain. Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sophia. That was very good. Nice to meet you. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? We're not going to introduce all ourselves because, you know, there's a lot of people and we have to continue with the class, but a few more people. I'd like to hear about a few more people. What about you, Tanya? Would you introduce yourself? No? Oh, yes. Okay, good. Anybody else? So far I know Samantha, I know Sophia, I know Brian, I know Daniel. What about you, Diego Jose? Would you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I can. I studied law in like Daniel Tovar. I've been working in a creative studio like a creative assistant. Maybe like 1 year, maybe. Sometimes I like to smoke in my backyard. So that is only like I can say because there is more repetitive that I like to say.
Sure. I understand. Okay. Thank you very much. So, and now that we are in quarantine, you get the chance to do that a lot. Yeah, you probably do, right? Now that we are in quarantine, you probably have the chance to do that a lot, right?
Yeah, I am learning some.
Good. Nice. Very good. And do you practice any sports?
Right now, no. I don't have time to make.
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Diego. That was good. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Anybody else? What about you, Wilson? I remember you, Wilson.
Yes, teacher, I meet you.
So, Wilson, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Wilson. I study basic education. I like the music. I am producer. I like to work with children. I love to teach other people. For the reason I study basic education.
Nice. Very good. So, yeah, we have 3 people that like children a lot so far, right? Nice. And tell me, what kind of music do you like to produce or listen to?
All music, but in this moment I like to produce urban music. I like this music, but I always produce all music.
So you're interested in every kind of music. It's very wide.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, because sometimes when you just listen for a hobby, maybe you have a favorite or something, but when you produce, you get the big picture, right? You understand everything.
Yes, because if you only work in only music genre, music is I need to ideas for new music.
Of course, you're going to be limited if you only like one type of music, right?
Yeah.
I see. Very good. Thank you very much, Wilson. Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. What about you, Paulina?
Hi, my name is Paulina. I study clinical psychology. And I am a professional dancer.
Nice.
And I love listening Marilyn Manson.
All right. So Marilyn Manson, it's a
yes.
And do you like to dance Marilyn Manson as well?
Yeah.
Kind of difficult, right? No, nice. Very good. What's your favorite Manson song?
Personal Jesus.
Okay, yeah, the cover by Depeche Mode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And did you go to the well, that was many years ago actually, but Marilyn Manson did do a show in Quito. I think it was 7 or 8 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And did you go to that concert or not?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Nice. It was in Rumiñahui Stadium, I guess. Coliseum. I'm sorry. Yeah. It was a good show. Nice. And what kind of music do you dance?
ballet.
Oh, nice, nice. So very, very, very opposite things. Well, opposite in, you know, but nice, nice. Well, my niece is kind of like that as well. You know, my niece, she's also a dancer. She also dances ballet, but she also likes metal music a lot. So nice, nice. Very good, very good. And besides Marilyn Manson, what other artists do you like?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's
I
many.
love all. Yeah.
I see. Nice, nice. Very good, very good. Okay? Yes, nice to meet you, Paulina. I think the connection broke a little bit, but yes. Nice to meet you, Paulina. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, very good. Who else do we have here? Let me see. Let's do one more person, okay? What about Talia? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. My name is Talia Ulloa. I study biology. I like reading mystery books or science fiction books.
Nice.
Like I love to listen Joaquin Sabina or indie music in general.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, very good, very good. And there was a concert by Joaquin Sabina here in Ecuador. Did you go to that concert? Were you able to?
No.
You didn't have the chance.
No.
Oh, sorry to hear that. But anyway, and so you like science fiction and mystery books, right?
Yes.
Nice. And would you tell me some other books that you like? I mean, some examples of books.
Classic books, for example, Orgullo y Prejuicio. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Pride and Prejudice.
In English.
Yes, that is
Yes, yes.
Pride and Prejudice. Nice, nice. That's a very good book as well. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
nice. And there is also a movie. Well, there are a few movies about Pride and Prejudice, right? There is even a movie called Pride, Prejudice and Zombies. Incluso hay una película que se llama Orgullo, Prejuicio y Zombies, que no he visto, la verdad, pero me imagino por qué lado irá. Yes, that's right. That's just funny, right? Okay, very good. And I'm sorry, you study biology, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you like science fiction as well, right?
Yes.
Yes, good, good, good. Interesting. Yeah, me too. I love science fiction, as a matter of fact. There is this author called Isaac Asimov. Este autor llamado Isaac Asimov. He wrote many very interesting science fiction books, and he was also a biochemist. Y también era bioquímico en su casa, ¿no? Right? Very good. Yes. So, have you read any Isaac Asimov books?
No.
Not yet, huh? But maybe they are on the list. Tal vez están en su lista para leer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, nice,
Yes.
nice. Very good, very good. Very good, Talia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. All right. Okay, now let's, in probably next class, I'm going to ask you to keep introducing yourselves. But for now, let's talk a little bit about the course, okay? Let's talk a little bit about the course. Sorry there. So, there are things that remain to be seen about the course. Hay cosas que todavía, dada la situación de emergencia que el país está pasando, hay algunas cosas que no están 100% definidas. However, at this level, the idea is for you to focus a lot on speaking and writing, right? Of course, we're gonna also be studying grammar, vocabulary, listening and reading as well, because they are also very important, right? If you don't understand what you listen to, it's very hard to communicate. You also need to understand what you read. That's a very, very, very crucial skill. However, the focus is supposed to be mainly on speaking and writing, on the productive skills, right? However, given the situation, I mean, we don't know for how long this is going to last. No sabemos cuánto tiempo va a durar la situación como está, ¿no es cierto? So, of course, that presents a challenge when it comes to speaking. Típicamente, ¿qué haríamos en clase para enfocarnos más en speaking? Hacer un montón de ejercicios de speaking en clase, ¿no es cierto? Y claro, haría lo típico, trabajemos en grupos, trabajemos en parejas, por favor, conversemos al respecto de esto y luego hacemos un poco para la clase. Dada la limitación en este momento tecnológica, la limitación, mejor dicho, de acceso, es mucho más difícil hacerlo, pues, ¿no? Sobre todo en nuestro grupo. Pero ya pensaré en estrategias para que nos podamos centrar, si hay, sin embargo, tareas y actividades que nos pueden ayudar a mejorar mucho en ese lado, ¿no es cierto? Right, now, let me show you this screen a little bit. Just a second there. Okay. Now, speaking about the course, as I told you, and please pay attention to this, speaking about our course, that's intermediate 3. So, we're going to be focusing especially on speaking and writing, but we're also going to be seeing, as always, listening and reading as well. And of course, we'll also study grammar and vocabulary because they are, you know, they are embedded on everything. Están metidos en todo la gramática y el vocabulario a la final, pues, ¿no es cierto? Right? So we are also going to be learning these new skills, but with a focus on speaking and writing. You know this already. Let's speak a little bit about the grades, the grading system. Vamos a hablar un poquito acerca del sistema de calificación. Antes que nada les planteo lo siguiente. Durante estas primeras clases, no vamos a tener trabajos calificados. We're not going to have graded things que entren, digamos, al promedio fundamental. O mejor dicho, digámoslo así. Sí vamos a tener deberes y trabajos, pero van a funcionar como puntos extra durante estos primeros tiempos, ¿sí? Y son cosas que si ustedes no hacen, no les van a bajar su promedio, ¿sí? Pero sí sería bueno que las hagan por doble motivo. 1, porque les sirven de puntos extra, y 2, porque al hacerlas, pues van a estar aprendiendo más, que es precisamente la idea, pues, ¿no es cierto? Y más que aprendiendo, mejorando sus destrezas y habilidades. But anyway, cuando ya el curso esté más en marcha, pues vamos a ver lo siguiente. So, grades. As you know, the course is over 50 points, right? Como sabemos, el curso es sobre 50 puntos, ¿no es cierto? Lo típico. And this is going to be divided into, digámoslo así, aportes, ¿sí? Voy a poner eso en español porque una traducción precisa y clara no existe mucho. And this is going to be 30 points, all right? And you're going to have a final exam that's going to be over 20 points, okay? Now, going again into aportes. This is going to be divided into 3, okay? Vamos a tener. We are going to have 3 grades. Do you know what is the meaning of grades? That is notas. That's right. So yeah, correct. Sus notas, sus calificaciones, grades. En otros contextos puede ser grados también, ¿no? Pero en este caso es notas o calificaciones. So, the first one. And in these 3 grades, each one is going to be over 10 points. 3 grades over 10 points. Entonces, 3 notas de 10 puntos cada una, pues sumaríamos los 30 puntos de aportes. Como siempre, ¿no es cierto? No hay mucho misterio en esta parte. Ahora, cada una de esas notas, ¿qué va a comprender? So, this is all going to be about homeworks. Maybe in some cases, if we go back to normal, si en algún punto volvemos a la normalidad y volvemos a clases presenciales, ¿sí? Volvemos a asistir a la universidad si la emergencia sanitaria evoluciona de maneras buenas, ojalá así sea, pero es probable que no también. Pero si volviésemos, también habría classwork, ¿no es cierto? So homeworks, classwork, quizzes, vamos a tener algunas pruebas cortas que yo suelo tomar, ¿sí? Eso, por supuesto, es mucho más fácil si ya estuviéramos en clases presenciales. We're going to have some tests. posiblemente pruebas de unidad, right? We are going to have some presentations, presentaciones, ¿sí? Presentaciones de speaking. Para eso también ya iremos viendo de qué manera se desarrolla, ¿sí? Si es que queremos seguir el curso como está hasta el momento, hasta el final, o sea, con clases mediante Zoom y otros recursos, pues ya veremos cómo lo hacemos. Posiblemente haga sesiones individuales para las presentaciones o cosas así, ¿cierto? Right? Y procuraré que no sean demasiado largas, ¿no? Presentaciones máximo de 10 minutos para que exista tiempo y que no nos comamos demasiado de eso, right? So that's gonna be it, and it's going to be also about the units of the book, okay? So, el primer aporte, the first one, it's going to be about units 1, 2, and 3. The second, it's going to be units, well, actually, let's not call them 1, 2, 3, but let's call them 9, 10, and 11, because that's what you have in the book. Así empieza el libro, el de intermedio 3, ¿no? Empieza desde la unidad 9, entonces pongamos esa nomenclatura mejor. So, the second is going to be units 12 and 13. And the third is going to be units 14 and 15. Okay? All right? I'm sorry, here I'm missing just a little mistake, sorry here. Just a little mistake, here it would be units 12, 13, and 14. And the last one is going to be units 15 and 16. Yeah, that's it. And there we have all the units of the book, right? So the last aporte, el último aporte, va a ser de las últimas dos unidades. Since the book is divided in 8 units, and we have to divide 8 by 3, it's going to be like this, okay? Tenemos 3, 3 y 2, serían las 8 unidades del libro, ¿sí? Right? Now, as I told you, de momento no es indispensable que tengan el libro, porque precisamente queremos evitar que tengan problemas por la emergencia sanitaria que estamos viviendo. Y también sabemos que existe posiblemente el caso de complicaciones a nivel económico que tal vez muchas de sus familias puedan estar experimentando por motivo de la cuarentena, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, tal vez no es el caso de todos, pero posiblemente es el caso de algunos, ¿sí? Entonces, si tienen el chance de adquirir el libro, de esto ya les mandaron un mail con información desde la universidad, qué mejor, pero no es indispensable que lo tengan de momento. Sin embargo, yo sí voy a dar los contenidos del libro, pero voy a proveerles de recursos, de páginas web, posiblemente material que haga yo mismo para compensar esta carencia del libro físico, al menos durante un tiempo, ¿sí? All right. Sin embargo, como digo, los contenidos sí son los del libro. All right? Good, good. Now, speaking of the final exam, if we go into the final exam, para el examen final, hacemos lo siguiente. El examen final se toma nominalmente sobre 50 puntos, ¿ok? El examen final se toma nominalmente sobre 50 puntos, pero esos 50 puntos pasan a 20 puntos por regla de 3. Eso en inglés se dice cross multiplication, ¿sí? O regla de 3, ¿ok? Entonces pasamos, lo que ustedes obtengan sobre 50 se pasa por regla de 3 a 20 y esa sería su nota del examen final. ¿Está claro eso? ¿Is that clear? Ok, very good. Ahora, estos 50 puntos, ¿de qué salen? Antes, en cursos anteriores, eran 10 puntos para cada parámetro, ¿no? 10 puntos para reading, 10 listening, 10 gramática y vocabulario, 10 de speaking, 10 writing. Teníamos los 50 puntos que por regla de 3 pasaban a 20. Ahora, para este curso Intermediate 3, lo que se nos ha dicho, al menos en primera instancia, es lo siguiente. Que va a redistribuirse los puntajes, ¿sí? Para dar un mayor énfasis en speaking y en writing, entonces van a tener 14 puntos de writing, ¿sí? 14 puntos de writing. van a tener 14 puntos de speaking, van a tener 11 puntos de reading y 11 puntos de listening. Y en el examen final no se va a tomar gramática y vocabulario como un parámetro aparte por sí mismo, ¿no? Obviamente tienen que saber gramática y vocabulario para poder estructurar bien lo que digan y lo que escriban en el speaking y en el writing, para poder entender bien lo que escuchen y lo que lean en listening y reading, ¿sí? Entonces van a estar inmersos en esos parámetros la gramática y el vocabulario, ¿sí? Pero como ven, hay un mayor énfasis en writing y en speaking, ¿sí? ¿Ok? Entonces, ahora, como digo, esto es la premisa original con la que el curso partía, ¿sí? En base a las reuniones que tuvimos con la junta académica, con la directora del instituto, de la unidad de idiomas, perdón. Esta era la premisa básica de la que partíamos. Ahora, es posible, tal vez existan algunos cambios dada la situación, pues, ¿no es cierto? ¿Sí? Pero eso ya se irá viendo conforme avancen las cosas a lo largo del curso, ¿sí? ¿Estamos bien con esto? Is this clear? Okay, good. So, 50 points. Y estos 50 puntos, no se olviden, pasan por regla de 3, por cross multiplication, a 20 puntos. So you get 20 points, and so there would be aportes, 30 points, final exam, 20 points, total 50 points. Estos 50 sí ya son puntos directos, ¿no es cierto? Now, in order to pass the course, in order for you to approve the course, to pass the course, you need to get at least, al menos, you need to get at least 30 over 50 in total, right? Para pasar, al menos necesitan sacar 30 sobre 50 en el total y también, al menos en el examen final, final exam, 10 over 20. Por lo menos 10 sobre 20 en el final y por lo menos 30-50 en el total. ¿Sí? ¿Está claro? Is this clear? Okay, very good. Very good. Questions about this? Do you have any questions? If you have questions, don't forget to turn on your microphones, please, okay? Do you have any questions? Nope, no questions? Okay, very good. Tradicionalmente lo que hacíamos es tomar el speaking obviamente en persona, grabar el speaking para que quedase de evidencia con sus celulares, ¿no es cierto? Subirlo al campus virtual. La parte de writing le hacíamos en una hoja, pues y obviamente el profesor se llevaba para calificarlo. Y lo demás, listening, reading, gramática y vocabulario, que en este caso ya no sería, se hacía directamente en el campus, ¿no? Esto es algo que seguramente la mayoría de ustedes ya lo ha experimentado en ciclos pasados, a menos que hayan llegado ahora directamente con el examen de ubicación o que hayan tomado inglés hace un buen rato y lo hayan dejado, ¿sí? Pero ahora, dadas las circunstancias en las que estamos, pues habrá que ver, es posible que utilicemos otras herramientas tecnológicas para que ustedes puedan hacerlo a distancia, pero en tiempo real, ¿me comprenden? Entonces, posiblemente yo les dé, bueno, posiblemente hagamos el examen de speaking por este medio, lo hagamos por Zoom, ¿sí? Posiblemente también hagamos el writing mediante algún otro medio virtual en el que yo les abra una página en la que ustedes tienen que escribir en ese momento, ¿sí? Con un tiempo limitado para hacerlo, ¿no es cierto? ¿Sí? Right? Y que se envíe el examen, ¿sí? Now, this is all to be seen. Todo esto estará por verse. A lo mejor se termina la cuarentena, a lo mejor volvemos a actividades normales en algún punto del ciclo, pues retomaríamos clases como han sido siempre, pero tal vez no. All right? We'll have to wait and see. That's the only choice that we have. That's the only option that we have. Now, speaking about speaking, hablando de speaking, right? Since, as I told you, one of the focuses of this course is going to be on speaking. Now, what do you think are some important aspects of speaking? What do you think are some important aspects of speaking in order for you to be understood, in order for you to communicate? What are some characteristics of good speaking? Vocabulary, yeah. That's very, very crucial, right? If you don't know a lot of vocabulary, it's going to be very, very difficult to communicate, right? To express what you need to express. So it's always important to try to keep increasing our vocabulary. Siempre es importante tratar de incrementar nuestro vocabulario. Y bueno, eso no solo para speaking, sino para todo, ¿no? Para writing, para reading, para todo, en realidad, right? But yes, of course, vocabulary. What else? What else is important?
The fluency.
Exactly, that is very, very, very crucial. Fluency. Now, what is fluency? What is fluency? Fluidez, ¿no es cierto? En español, but what does it encompass? So think about this. Hablando de fluidez, ¿sí? Speaking about fluency. Si yo empiezo a hablar de esta manera todo el tiempo, no estoy hablando con fluidez, ¿no es cierto? Y eso es lo que suele pasar muchas veces cuando hablamos en otro idioma, que hacemos muchas pausas entre palabras y eso corta el proceso comunicativo de forma importante, ¿cierto? Entonces, sí, correcto, la fluidez es importante. ¿En qué consiste la fluidez? ¿O qué contiene la fluidez? Well, one thing is speed. Una es velocidad, ¿no es cierto? Digámoslo así, normal speaking speed. La velocidad normal al hablar, que en realidad no es muy lenta, ¿no? Not too slow, right? Inclusive si hablamos lento, ¿no es cierto? Yo estoy hablando a una velocidad moderada. Podría, por supuesto, hablar más rápido. También podría hablar un poco más lento de lo que estoy hablando, ¿no es cierto? Pero no demasiado más, ¿no es cierto? Hay un límite. Si ya empiezo a hablar muy lento, pues ya corto el proceso de comunicación también, ¿no es cierto? Right? So yes, normal speed, normal speaking speed, and also not too many pauses, no demasiadas pausas. Es normal hacer algunas pausas al hablar, ¿no es cierto? Por ejemplo, yo acabo de hacer una pausa y hay algunas pausitas que típicamente hacemos. Y también hacemos pausas porque están correctas dentro del proceso de comunicación. Esas pausas en escrito se verían como las comas y los puntos, ¿no es cierto? Pero al hablar existen también. Por ejemplo, yo aquí dije, existen estas pausas, por ejemplo, las comas y los puntos, entonces entre pausas y, por ejemplo, hice una pequeña pausa. Y así hablan ustedes también, es lo normal, ¿sí? Pero a veces al hablar en inglés hacemos demasiadas pausas, ¿no es cierto? Si hacemos una pausa detrás de cada palabra, si de cada palabra necesito pausar para seguir a la siguiente, ya es mucho, ya estoy cortando con la fluidez, ¿no es cierto? Para lograr fluidez, práctica, pues, ¿no es cierto? You need practice and repetition, but also realizing this. También es importante la concientización de este hecho, ¿no es cierto? Right? Ahora, de lo que les he oído hablar a ustedes ha estado bastante bien hasta el momento, ¿sí? Pero de todas maneras es bueno tener esto en mente, ¿no es cierto? Fluency, right? What else is important for speaking?
Good pronunciation.
Yes. Pronunciation is very, very important, right? Exactly. So pronunciation is another very, very key element of speaking. If you're not able to pronounce something correctly, people are not going to understand you. Now, here's the thing. It is not, in linguistics in general, it is not considered mandatory or indispensable for non-native speakers to speak exactly like a native speaker. En lingüística en general no se considera 100% indispensable que un hablante no nativo, que alguien que está aprendiendo esto como segunda lengua, hable exactamente como un nativo hablante, ¿no es cierto? Que su pronunciación sea exactamente igual, porque es algo muy difícil de lograr. Sin embargo, les digo que entre más se acerquen a un nativo hablante, pues más fácilmente van a ser entendidos por un nativo hablante. Eso sí es verdad, ¿no es cierto? Right? Pero a lo que voy es a lo siguiente. Por ejemplo, en calificación, yo no les voy a bajar puntos porque su acento no sea absolutamente nativo hablante. Y de lo que les he oído hasta ahora, su pronunciación es buena. De lo que estoy escuchando hasta el momento, su pronunciación es bastante buena. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Sin embargo, cuando la pronunciación se vuelve un problema, cuando pronunciamos una palabra de forma que un nativo hablante o alguien que hable inglés, así sea como segunda lengua también, no nos pueda entender lo que dije con esa palabra. For example, How do you say gente in English? How do you say gente?
People.
Yes, correct. Pero digamos que ustedes ven esto y dicen people. Right? Entonces, si ustedes a un gringo le dicen, people, él va a decir, what the hell is people? ¿No es cierto? No va a comprender lo que están tratando de decir en ese caso, ¿sí? Right? So, that is the thing, that is the thing. Y tenemos, claro, este es un ejemplo extremo, ¿no es cierto? Ustedes saben que es people, pero a veces hay cositas. For example, how do you say pájaro, ave in English?
Bird. Bird.
Yes, very good. Y ustedes lo dijeron muy bien. So, is this right? But the pronunciation, una cosa. Cuando les ponga pronunciaciones, la voy a poner entre barras, ¿sí? Lo ideal sería escribir la escritura fonética, pero no nos vamos a pasar el curso con ustedes aprendiendo fonética y fonología, que es todo un tema grande, pues, ¿no es cierto? ¿Sí? Nos perderíamos de todo el tiempo de aprender inglés directamente. Entonces, para facilitar, a veces yo voy a escribir similar a como se escribiría en español, solo para que lo recuerden con facilidad. ¿Sí? ¿Están claros en eso? Do you understand? Entonces, cuando lo escriba así entre slashes, ¿sí? No el de Guns N' Roses, pero cuando lo escribe entre slashes, ¿sí? Entonces vamos a entender esto como o la pronunciación cercana a si se escribiese así en español, ¿no es cierto? Ustedes lo dijeron muy bien. No es beard, es bird. Bird is the right pronunciation, right? How do you say, and what is beard? What is a beard? Do you know that? What is a beard?
Barba.
Yes, this is a beard. Barba, right? So, beard, esta se pronuncia como la otra se escribe, ¿no? Esta se pronuncia beard y esto, pájaro, aunque se escribe así, se pronuncia bird, ¿no? Entonces, si ustedes están viendo al cielo y dicen, look at those nice beards, están diciendo, mira estas hermosas barbas volando ahí en el cielo, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, esas cositas de la pronunciación tienen su relevancia, ¿no es cierto? Tienen su importancia a ese nivel, ¿sí? Pero como digo, no es indispensable que la pronunciación sea 100% nativo hablante, con que sea 100% entendible. All right? Okay, very good. That is the thing. Now, vocabulary, fluency, pronunciation. What else do you think is important for good speaking?
Coherence.
Yes, that's right. You could say coherence, and let's include here also structure. Okay, well, there are two things. But both are important, right? Son dos cosas, pero ambas son importantes. Coherencia, correcto. ¿Sí? No puedo... bueno, y esto igual que en español, pues, si no hablo con coherencia, estaría hablando como loquito, como que estoy teniendo un derrame cerebral en ese momento, ¿no es cierto? ¿Sí? Right? Si parte de lo que he dicho no es consistente con lo siguiente o no sigue un orden lógico, pues obviamente hay una ruptura en el proceso de comunicación también y no estoy expresando bien lo que quiero expresar, ¿cierto? That's right. Coherence, structure, anything else? Bueno, dentro de estructura podríamos entender esto también como la gramática, pues, ¿no es cierto? Hablar con la gramática correcta, ¿sí? That's right. Okay, very good. And maybe for speaking, y les digo esto porque es algo que sí cuando, no es por asustarles, ¿no? Pero cuando tengamos pruebas y lo que sea es un parámetro que sí se va a calificar también, que es para poder ustedes hablar, también tuvieron que haber entendido lo que la otra persona les dijo, ¿no es cierto? ¿Cómo responden una pregunta si no entendieron la pregunta? Entonces, también tenemos esto, comprehension, hablando de la comprensión del listening. Entonces, la parte del listening en la que ustedes van a escuchar lo que dice su interlocutor, también va a repercutir en su speaking, ¿no es cierto? Right? Pero claro, hablando exactamente de lo que ustedes van a producir, directamente de eso, serían estos primeros 4 parámetros muy importantes. Y claro, por supuesto, hay algunas otras cosas más, algunos subparámetros, pero estos podríamos clasificarles como los más fundamentales, ¿ok? These are the most fundamental ones, all right? Very good. So keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Now, speaking about speaking again, there is there is a very good technique for improving your speaking. Well, there are many, but there's one that I want to tell you about. Have you ever heard of a technique called shadowing? ¿Han oído de una técnica llamada shadowing? No? Well, first of all, what is the meaning of shadow?
Sombra.
Yes, that's right. So shadowing es como sombreo, si se quiere, ¿no? Es hacer de sombra. Pero ¿a qué voy con esto? ¿Sí? Si ustedes tienen el acceso, if you have access to an audio piece, if you have access to some audio, si tienen acceso a un audio, por si acaso, ¿no? Pequeño paréntesis, la A con la U en inglés se pronuncia como O, con muchísima frecuencia, ¿no? Entonces, audio se pronuncia audio. Como si un gringo les dijera, yo te odio, ¿sí? Entonces, algo así, ¿sí? All right? So this is your audio. Audio in English, audio. So let's suppose you have a piece of audio that you can listen to, and you also have the text, all right? And there are many of these that you can find on the internet, for example, on YouTube. So the technique consists on listening to a part of this speech, to a part of this audio, and try to repeat it imitating the speaker as much as possible. Entonces, la idea es que escuchen ustedes un audio al cual tengan acceso. Déjenme buscar uno aquí, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, en YouTube tienen una cantidad de audiolibros. Pueden buscarlos así como audiobooks. Let me find something around here. Enseguida les muestro. No estoy compartiendo todavía la pantalla, pero lo haré enseguida. All right. Let me now share the screen. So, for example, I don't know. Let me see something. Just a second. All right, let's listen to this.
"1984" by George Orwell. Part 1, Chapter 1. It was a bright, cold day in April.
All right, so for example, that's an example of an audiobook that you can find on Facebook. It's the entire on YouTube. It's an entire novel that is there, and what the technique consists of is repeating what you hear, right? Entonces, la idea va a ser repetir lo que ustedes escuchan, ¿sí? Ahora, este está sin texto. Idealmente, para el nivel, podría ser mejor encontrar uno con texto, que sí los hay también, ¿no es cierto? Right? Pero escuchemos un poco.
Less level-headed than oneself might be taken in. Putting her arms around him and comforting him, although, however, the burning in his belly died.
Right.
How often or on what system the thought police plugged in on any individual wire is guesswork. It was even conceivable that they watched everybody.
It was even conceivable that they watched everybody. ¿Sí? Entonces, por ejemplo, ahí yo repetí lo que dijo la persona que está narrando el libro, imitándole lo más posible. Este estaba sin texto. Tenía abierto hace un momento uno con texto, pero se me cerró por accidente. Entonces busqué este. Pero cuando ustedes pueden encontrar audiolibros que tienen un texto, la técnica es esta. Escuchan una parte, lo pausan y luego tratan de leerlo, pero imitando lo más posible a la persona que estaba narrando el texto. No solamente en pronunciación, sino también en fluidez, en entonación. Eso es otra cosa importante dentro del speaking, ¿sí? Tal vez es un aspecto que se nos estaba yendo por acá. No solamente, regresemos un ratito, ¿sí? Regresemos un instante aquí. Otro aspecto importante ¿sí? Que se nos estaba pasando tal vez. Aparte de la pronunciación, está la entonación. Intonation. That is also an important aspect of speaking. All right? ¿Qué es la entonación? What is intonation? Les voy a hablar un momento sin hablar con entonación. ¿Sí? All right? Let me see. All right. I'm going to speak without intonation now. Les voy a hablar en español sin entonación. Voy a hablar en español sin entonación durante un momento largo, ¿sí? A pesar de que acá, ahí usé un poco de entonación porque es difícil no usar nada, pero así sonaría hablar sin entonación, ¿no es cierto? Al entonar es parecido a la música. Tenemos notas altas y bajas, tenemos inflexiones. Si ustedes graban el audio de cuando ustedes están hablando, van a ver un montón de picos y valles, si se quieren, ¿no es cierto? Van a ver subidas, van a ver bajadas de todo el espectro, ¿sí? Wilson de ley conoce muchísimo de esto, ¿sí? Right? Entonces, al hablar, normalmente entonamos, ¿sí? A las distintas sílabas les damos distintos énfasis, subimos, bajamos. Y eso es importante hacerlo cuando hablamos en inglés también, porque si no empezamos a sonar como robots, ¿sí? Y eso también estorba en el proceso de comunicación. Tampoco nos estamos expresando de la manera como deberíamos expresarnos, all right? We're not expressing ourselves in the manner that we should express ourselves. So that is another reason why it is important to, when you do this shadowing technique, keep in mind everything. You have to try to become the speaker. Cuando utilicen la técnica de shadowing, tienen que tratar de convertirse en la persona a la que están escuchando, right? De esto les mandaré más ejemplos por WhatsApp. I'm going to send you some more examples via WhatsApp and via email, all right? But this is the thing. You need to imitate pronunciation, of course, intonation, and also fluency. Now, fluency is oftentimes the most difficult thing. La fluidez con frecuencia es lo más difícil, ¿no? Sobre todo si el que habla hasta cierto punto rápido, ¿sí? Puede ser lo más difícil. ¿Cuál es una buena forma de mejorar en fluidez? Decir frases lentamente primero, concentrándonos en la pronunciación correcta y en la entonación, ¿sí? Decir frases lentamente primero y luego ir incrementando la velocidad paulatinamente. All right? Luego incrementar la velocidad paulatinamente. For example, okay, let me do this. Let me write over here. I'm going to write a little tongue twister. Do you know what is a tongue twister? It's un trabalenguas, ¿no? Let's see. Right. Sorry. Okay. Vamos a ver.
Me dijo eso, sí. Y me dijo que eso que realmente se decepcionó mucho de vos, que no sé qué, y bueno, sí. Y bueno, yo, o sea, como me llamó, me dijo que... O sea, que
alguien está hablando por ahí, por favor, no
Paulina,
hablemos un
apaga
ratito.
tu micrófono. Paulina, apaga tu micrófono.
Right, thank you. So, listen to this, all right? Listen to this. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. This is a tongue twister. This is a tongue twister. Es un trabalenguas. Literalmente, tongue twister significaría tuerce lengua, ¿no? Tongue es lengua, ¿sí? Tongue twister. Twister, como darle la vuelta a la lengua, pues, ¿no es cierto? Right? So, trabalenguas, a tongue twister. Now, what is the meaning of this? Can you say this in Spanish? Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Do you know what are seashells? Son las
conchas.
Exactly. That's right. Son las conchas de mar. Correcto. That's right. Very good. And do you know what is the seashore? Es la costa, la línea costera, ¿no? ¿Sí? El borde del mar, ¿sí? The seashore. Okay, very good. Entonces, Sally vende conchas de mar junto a la costa, ¿sí? Right? Por la costa. Ahora, lo interesante no es tanto el significado, sino la pronunciación, la entonación, la fluidez en este caso, ¿no es cierto? So, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. That was slow, right? That was slow. Try to repeat it. You repeat it. It doesn't matter if everybody does it. No importa que todos lo hagan y que se ponga un poco caótica la cosa este rato. No importa. But everybody do it. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally
Yes, very good. One more time. One more time. Slowly first. Slowly first. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay, good job. Very good. Very good, very good. Now, let's try to do it faster. Porque les escuché y al menos de lo que escuché, su pronunciación y entonación está muy bien. But now let's do it faster. Okay? Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Now you.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Great. Awesome. Very good, very good. One more time. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, good. Now, let's go a little bit faster, okay? Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, good. All right, one more time. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, very good. Aquí, por supuesto, dependiendo de cada uno, habrá quienes pudieron hacerle más rápido, habrá quienes todavía no tienen tanto la velocidad para el caso. No se preocupen por eso pueden hacerlo ustedes cada uno y a su ritmo, ¿no es cierto? Pero les doy la idea. Veamos si podemos hacer más rápido todavía. Let's see if we can do it even faster, okay? Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Good, good. One more time. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Good, good. One more time. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, great. Good job. Good job, everybody. That was very good. So that is the idea. That is the idea of this technique. Y ya sé que parece hasta un poco chistoso, pero en serio ayuda, ¿no es cierto? Does anybody play a musical instrument around? Do you play any musical instruments? No? But if some of you do, si alguno de ustedes toca guitarra, piano o algo por el estilo, ha de haber notado que en los primeros pasos del aprendizaje algo muy típico que se hace es no tocar tan rápido una pieza musical, ¿no es cierto? Tocarlo un poco más lento y luego gradualmente ir subiendo la velocidad hasta dominarlo, pues, ¿no es cierto? Una escala o un arpegio, lo que sea. En los idiomas también es útil hacer eso, ¿no es cierto? Decir algo lentamente primero si es que me cuesta. Si es que puedo decirlo de una vez, pues no hay problema. Pero si es que me cuesta decirlo rápido, pero sin perder pronunciación, sin perder fluidez, ¿sí? Entonces, es buena esta práctica, ¿ok? To say something slowly until you dominate it, and then to slowly increase the speed, to gradually increase the speed. Gradualmente ir incrementando la velocidad, all right? Good. So remember that is something to keep in mind. That is a good one, right? Probably I will assign a homework that is going to be a little bit about shadowing. Okay. I'm going to record a few sentences, and I'm going to send the sentences via WhatsApp to you. Okay. I'm going to record a few sentences, and what you have to do is repeat them as well as you can, okay? Keep that in mind. If it is too fast, you can do it slowly first and increase the speed gradually, okay? You can increase the speed gradually, and then you send me the recording, okay? I'm going to send you the recordings via WhatsApp in the group, but you can send me the recordings individually better, okay? Sí, yo les mando a ustedes las grabaciones por el grupo de WhatsApp, pero ustedes mándenme a mí en mensajes privados individuales. ¿Sí? All right? Okay, very good. I'm going to send you a few sentences, and this is going to be your homework for next class. También les voy a mandar un video acerca de shadowing que me gustaría que vean. ¿Sí? All right? That is what we're going to do until next class. And just to finish, any questions about this?
Can you repeat the homework?
Sorry? Yes, sure. This is the homework, basically. Via WhatsApp, I'm going to send you some recordings of myself. Les voy a grabar yo algunas frases yo mismo, ¿sí? And you just have to repeat the sentences and record them yourselves. Ustedes tienen que grabar ustedes mismos y mismas las frases, repitiéndolas, haciendo un poco de shadowing, imitándome lo más que puedan, ¿sí? Imitando lo más que puedan la entonación, la pronunciación y la fluidez. Para la fluidez es probable que primero tengan que hacerlo lento y luego tengan que irlo haciendo más rápido. Les voy a mandar en texto también para que puedan leerlo. Ustedes no tienen que escribir nada, pero también les voy a mandar en texto para que puedan ver las frases, leerlas y que se les haga un poco más fácil el momento de grabar y de mandármelas. De todas maneras, igual voy a explicar el deber por vía WhatsApp, les voy a escribir cuáles son los parámetros, ¿sí? Y recuerden, tienen que considerar fluidez, you have to consider fluency, you have to consider pronunciation, and you have to consider intonation, and well, the structure is going to be there. But anyway, this is some good exercise. As I told you before, probably next class we'll get a little bit more into contents from the syllabus, okay? La próxima clase tal vez entremos un poco más a los contenidos directos que tenemos en el libro, pero esta práctica para que vayan mejorando su fluidez especialmente es algo que haremos consistentemente durante el curso. All right? Good. Any questions now? Oh, and this is for next Saturday, okay? So you have a lot of time to do it. And it's not going to be long, okay? No va a ser largo. Les voy a mandar una versión lenta y una versión a velocidad normal, rápida entre comillas, pero es velocidad normal, ¿sí? Ustedes solamente tienen que grabar a velocidad normal. La lenta les mando solo de preferencia para que entiendan y escuchen mejor, ¿sí? All right, very good. So, that's it for today. Any other question? No? That's it?
No.
Okay, very good. So, it was nice to meet you all. It was nice to meet you, everybody. Even if it is by this means, it would, of course, be much nicer to meet you all in person, but this is what we can do. So, nice to meet you, everybody. Goodbye for now, and until next class. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. You're welcome,
Bye,
guys.
teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye,
Goodbye.
teacher.
See you guys. Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice weekend.
Gente,